beginning there was a void. Darkness stretched across the cosmos, silent and endless. And then, from the depths of that stillness, a ripple formed, a slow, sinuous movement like a breath weaving through the nothingness. A great serpent emerged, gliding effortlessly through the primordial waters, its body coiling and uncoiling as it whispered the secrets of life and death. Its scales shimmered with light, reflecting the birth of stars, its tongue flicking with knowledge too ancient for words. This was no ordinary creature. This was a cosmic force, a being that transcended the boundary between life and oblivion, creation and destruction. Its movement gave rhythm to the universe. Its presence echoed in the pulse of existence. Across the diverse landscapes of Africa, this serpent appears in countless myths and stories, not merely as a creature to be feared or revered, but as a symbol of something far deeper. It is a bearer of sacred wisdom and a guardian of life, but also a harbinger of chaos and transformation. In some traditions, the serpent embodies fertility and protection, coiling around the base of sacred trees or slithering along riverbanks that nourish the land. In others, it is the stormbringer, the floodmaker, the force that must be appeased lest it unleash destruction. These dual roles reflect the complexity of African cosmology, where nothing is wholly good or evil, and everything dances in a delicate balance of forces. What makes the serpent's role so fascinating is the sheer breadth of its symbolism across African cultures. Among the Fawn and Vodou traditions, the rainbow serpent, Aida Wedo, carries the weight of creation itself, wrapping around the world to sustain it. The Dogon speak of a celestial serpent entwined with the cosmos, while the Serer people tell of ancestral spirits returning as snakes to guide and protect the living. Yet there are also stories of river serpents that swallow entire villages, of great pythons whose gaze can wither crops and invite storms. What are we to make of this creature that seems to embody both the nurturing embrace of life and the sharp teeth of death? In Africa, the serpent is not just a creature. It is a cosmic force. It lives in the rivers, in the trees, in the skies, in the stories whispered by elders around evening fires. It embodies the sacred and the sinister, the protector and the destroyer, the cycle of life itself. Let's journey into these myths, these symbols, these secrets hidden in the scales of the cosmic serpent, and discover whether it truly embodies the sacred or the sinister. The answers may surprise you. Across the diverse spiritual landscapes of Africa, the serpent emerges not as a singular symbol, but as a powerful and complex force of creation, protection, and life. Nowhere is this more vividly portrayed than in the traditions of the Fawn people of West Africa, and in Vodou cosmology, where the rainbow serpent, Aida Wedo, coils her way through the heavens and the earth. Aida Wedo's shimmering body is said to be the bridge between sky and ground, her form arching like a rainbow after a rainstorm. She does not merely inhabit the world, she sustains it. Her movements are believed to carve rivers and shape mountains, her presence ensuring the fertility of the land and the harmony of the elements. Her husband and consort, Dambala, is also depicted as a great cosmic serpent, his shimmering coils encircling the earth. Together, Aida Wedo and Dambala embody the balance of the universe, the sacred union of male and female energies, and the perpetual cycle of creation and renewal. Beyond the Fawn and Vodou traditions, the serpent's sacred symbolism is woven deeply into the cultural fabric of West Africa. Among the Igbo people of Nigeria, the python holds a revered place as a messenger of the gods and a symbol of fertility and protection. In many Igbo communities, the python is considered so sacred that to harm or kill one is unthinkable. If a python enters a home, it is not driven out in fear, but welcomed as an honored guest. Should a python die accidentally, rituals are performed to honor its spirit, and the community gathers in solemn ceremony to ensure that balance and harmony are restored. This reverence reflects a profound understanding of the serpent, not as a creature of menace, but as a guardian of life, fertility, and the continuity of the community. The symbolism of the serpent extends beyond its physical form to its intimate connection with water and fertility. In many African cosmologies, water is not just a source of sustenance, but a living entity, a conduit between worlds. The serpent, often seen gliding along riverbanks or coiling in the depths of sacred springs, becomes an embodiment of this life-giving force. Its movements echo the flow of rivers, the rhythms of rainfall, and the cycles of growth that nourish the earth. Serpents are invoked in rituals seeking fertility for both the land and the people, their presence in the natural world reflecting the unbreakable link between human life and the environment. The serpent's ability to shed its skin and emerge renewed further cements its role as a symbol of transformation and continuity. What unites these traditions is the recognition of the serpent as a cosmic force, a being whose presence is essential to the balance of life. Whether as Aida Wedo spanning the heavens and earth, as Damballa shaping the cosmos, or as the python revered by the Igbo, the serpent is a symbol of fertility, wisdom, and protection. It connects the cycles of water and land, the mortal and the divine, the past and the future. Its sacredness is not confined to isolated myths, but pulses through the heart of African cosmology, inviting reverence and respect for the natural and spiritual worlds alike. The serpent, far from being a mere creature of scales and fangs, stands as a cosmic sentinel, guarding the delicate dance of life that sustains us all. Among the Sera people of Senegal and the Gambia, the serpent is far more than a creature of the earth. It is a living bridge between worlds, a messenger that carries the voices of the ancestors and the blessings of the divine. In Sera cosmology, it is believed that when a person dies, their spirit may return to the world in the form of a serpent, often seen gliding through sacred groves or slithering near ancestral shrines. This belief is not born from fear, but from reverence, a recognition that the serpent embodies the continuity of life, the unbroken line that connects the living to those who came before. To encounter a serpent is to receive a message, to feel the presence of ancestors watching over their descendants, offering guidance, protection, and wisdom. In honor of this sacred connection, the Sera practice rituals and observe strict taboos that protect serpents from harm. Killing a serpent, especially one thought to be an ancestral manifestation, is not merely a taboo, but an act that disrupts the spiritual harmony of the community. If a serpent is found near a home or sacred space, it is welcomed, offered prayers, and even given offerings. Community rites often involve songs and dances performed in sacred groves, where serpents are believed to dwell and listen. These rituals reaffirm the bond between the physical and spiritual worlds, acknowledging that human life is part of a larger, interconnected cosmic order. The serpent in this context is not a threat but a custodian of that balance, a guardian who watches over the boundaries of sacred spaces and ensures the continuity of traditions. The symbolism of the serpent as protector extends to the landscape itself. In Sera belief, certain groves, springs, and trees are considered sacred precisely because they are inhabited by serpents. These natural spaces become sanctuaries where the boundaries between human and spirit blur, where the presence of the serpent serves as a constant reminder of the sanctity of the land and the responsibilities of the living to honor it. Rituals conducted in these spaces are acts of communion with the ancestral and divine, with the serpent serving as an intermediary, carrying prayers from earth to sky and bringing back blessings in return. The presence of serpents thus enforces a moral order, one that binds the community not only to each other, but also to the land and the ancestors who continue to dwell within it. In a world increasingly fragmented by modernity and disconnection from nature, the Sera reverence for the serpent as a guardian of spiritual balance offers a profound lesson. It teaches that respect for life, for tradition, and for the unseen forces that shape our world is not optional but essential. The serpent reminds us that we are part of a larger whole, that our actions resonate beyond ourselves, and that the sacred spaces we inherit must be protected, not just for our own sake but for the generations to come. Through the serpent, the Sera people honor a worldview where balance is maintained not by dominance or control, but by reverence, humility, and an unwavering commitment to the ties that bind the living, the dead, and the divine. While the serpent is often revered as a symbol of fertility, wisdom, and protection, African mythology does not shy away from its darker, more fearsome aspects. In many traditions, the serpent embodies duality, a creature capable of nurturing life, but equally capable of unleashing chaos. This dual nature is not seen as contradictory, but as a reflection of the universe's balance, where creation and destruction are two sides of the same coin. In some stories, the serpent's power is so immense that it must be appeased through rituals and offerings, lest its anger manifest in natural disasters or personal misfortune. These tales serve as warnings, reminders of the thin line between harmony and chaos, and the consequences of human hubris or neglect. In the traditions of southern and central Africa, serpents are often associated with water spirits that inhabit rivers, lakes, and springs. These serpents, known by various names across different cultures, are revered yet feared for their ability to bring both blessings and destruction. Among the Zulu, stories are told of the Inkanyamba, a giant serpent believed to reside in deep waters or hidden caves. When angered, it is said to summon violent storms, its thrashing tail stirring whirlpools and lightning, devastating crops and homes. The Inkanyamba's wrath is not arbitrary, but a response to human actions that disrupt the natural order: pollution, overfishing, or the desecration of sacred sites. Similarly, in the Congo, tales of river serpents speak of creatures that guard the waters, punishing those who overexploit or disrespect the rivers that nourish the land. These stories resonate beyond the mythic, reflecting humanity's ongoing relationship with nature and the delicate balance required to sustain it. The serpent, in these tales, is not a malevolent force, but a guardian of natural law. Its destructive power serves as a corrective force, reminding communities that the resources they depend on must be treated with respect and care. The floods and storms it brings are not random punishments, but necessary rebalancing acts, echoing the cycles of drought and abundance, birth and death that govern life on Earth. The serpent's anger is a mirror of our own failings, a call to humility and responsibility in the face of nature's might. Through these narratives, African cosmologies articulate a profound understanding of nature's unpredictability and humanity's role within it. The serpent embodies the volatile beauty of the world, its capacity to nurture and to destroy, to heal and to harm. These stories are not merely cautionary tales, but philosophical reflections on the need for balance. They teach that reverence for nature and the spiritual forces within it is not a matter of superstition, but of survival, of recognizing that the health of the land, the water, and the community are intertwined. In this light, the serpent's duality becomes a lesson in coexistence, a reminder that respect for the rhythms of the world is essential if we are to live in harmony with the forces that shape our lives. Across the vast tapestry of global mythologies, the serpent emerges as a universal symbol, bridging cultures and epochs with its enigmatic presence. In African cosmology, the serpent is revered and feared, embodying both sacred and sinister aspects, much like its counterparts in other traditions. In Mesoamerican lore, the feathered serpent deity Quetzalcoatl represents life, knowledge, and renewal, its serpentine form echoing the cycles of creation and transformation. Similarly, in Hindu mythology, the cosmic serpent Ananta or Shesha serves as the bed upon which the god Vishnu reclines, its coils symbolizing eternity and the boundless nature of the universe. The serpent's presence in these traditions is not merely ornamental, but deeply embedded in the understanding of life's cyclical rhythms, its potential for both destruction and rebirth. The shared themes across these cultures are striking. The serpent, whether gliding through African rivers, coiling through Mesoamerican temples, or encircling Hindu cosmology, represents fertility, wisdom, and the cycles of life. Its association with water, the lifeblood of the earth, is universal. Whether it is Idawedo arching through the skies as the rainbow serpent, or the Naga serpents of India, guardians of rivers and rain. This connection speaks to an intrinsic human understanding that water is not just a physical element, but a spiritual force, essential for life, and deeply tied to the serpent's symbolism. The serpent's shedding of skin, its ability to renew itself, resonates with the human desire for transformation and the hope for renewal in the face of adversity. Yet, the serpent's duality, sacred and sinister, mirrors deeper truths about human existence. In African mythology, the serpent is a guide and a guardian, but also a potential harbinger of chaos if disrespected. This echoes in other traditions where the serpent can embody both protection and danger, wisdom and temptation. The biblical serpent in the Garden of Eden, for instance, tempts humanity into knowledge and transgression, while the cosmic serpents of other cultures hold the universe itself together. This duality reflects the human experience of creation and destruction, of the thin line between balance and chaos. It speaks to our understanding that life is not a simple dichotomy of good and evil, but a complex dance of forces that must be navigated with respect and humility. By examining the serpent's role in African cosmology alongside its counterparts worldwide, we uncover a shared human narrative, a recognition that the forces which sustain us can also undo us, that wisdom comes with risk, and that renewal often demands sacrifice. The serpent, in all its forms, invites us to confront these truths, to embrace the cycles of life, and to honor the delicate balance that holds the universe together. In this reflection, we find not only a deeper appreciation for African mythology, but also a universal message that transcends borders and speaks to the core of our shared human journey. As we draw this journey to a close, we stand in awe of the profound insights that African serpent myths have offered us. These ancient stories remind us that the serpent is far more than a creature that slithers through rivers or coils around trees. It is a symbol of the sacred, a guide through the mysteries of life and death, creation and destruction, fertility and chaos. From Aida Wedo and Dambala's celestial embrace, to the python's revered status among the Igbo and the Sarah's ancestral guardians, we have seen how the serpent embodies the delicate balance of life itself. The serpent is a cosmic force, a sentinel of nature's rhythms, and a bridge between the visible and the unseen, the living and the ancestral. These myths do not merely entertain, they instruct, offering a timeless reminder that balance is not static but dynamic, that respect for the natural and spiritual worlds is essential for harmony. The serpent is not just an animal, but a cosmic guide, reminding us of life's balance. Are you ready to listen? Its whispers call to us from the rivers and the skies, from the pages of old stories and the rituals of communities who still honor its sacred power. The serpent invites us to remember that life's journey is a cycle, that renewal follows loss, and that wisdom comes from understanding both the light and the shadow. Its presence, coiling through the heart of African mythology and beyond, challenges us to reflect, to honor, and to live in harmony with the forces that sustain us. If this journey into the heart of the cosmic serpent has stirred something within you, don't let it end here. Share this video with your family and community, and let these stories spark conversations about the deep wisdom embedded in African mythology. Comment below with your favorite serpent story or symbol, and join us in exploring more hidden layers of our collective heritage. Subscribe to this channel, and together we will continue to uncover and celebrate the voices of the ancestors who still speak through these ancient tales. Let us take a moment to offer a prayer for all who have joined us on this journey. May you be blessed with clarity, wisdom, and balance. May the cosmic serpent of life wrap you in its protective coils, guiding you through trials and triumphs alike. May your heart remain open to the sacred rhythms of the world, and may you walk your path with grace and courage. May you honor the ancestors who walk beside you and the spirits who whisper through the winds. In this sacred journey of discovery and remembrance, may you always find peace.